JT. Also, you might remember me from your dreams.
No.
No.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. Everybody knows who I am.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
Hi, I'm JT, or also known as the 2002 Costa Brava, Spain amateur bull riding champion.
No, you weren't.
I was.
Did you get thrown off?
No, I won.
Did you really?
I really did. I was the champion.
That's a story I haven't heard.
Yeah, there's pictures.
Okay.
The sombrero?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's apparently not a Spanish thing.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
Hi, I'm JT, high school graduate, professional, backyard farmer, here at Sugar Maple Backyard Farm. We are a family of 6 living in the middle of suburbia on a half-acre, farming our quarter-acre backyard.
And here we're gonna do what we can. Here we're doing what we can with what we have where we are.
And our backyard, which is about equivalent of a quarter acre, we are doing everything from raising animals to growing plants, producing food and meat for our family. And as you can hear, neighbor's weed eater, we are in the middle of it.
So we bought our house in 2015, and in the backyard was a tree, a very small raised bed from the previous homeowners, probably about 4x8, and a very rickety old play set, which is great. It was more than what we had ever had before. The backyard was the major appeal to this home. It was flat, and we could do whatever we wanted to really on it. And with that, there was already a garden bed here, so we went ahead and utilized what was here and planted 4 very large tomato plants. Actually, no, 6 large tomato plants straight from Costco. They already had tomatoes on them, so we jump started. And it just snowballed from there. They always say that chickens is a gateway drug to farming, and it is, 100%.
And so now we do farm drugs.
I mean, is there such, I guess there is a thing. No, we do not. We do not do farm drugs.
So we started with 6 chickens. Those chickens quickly grew to more chickens.
It's
because
called chicken math.
Chicken math. We realized that the 6 chickens we got were straight runs, and 3 of which ended up being roosters. So we needed more. So we went to, I believe it was a chicken swap, wasn't it? We quickly outgrew the coop and the run. And so we ended up actually jumping to a 10 by 12 shed that we converted half of which into the chicken coop.
Yeah, half the shed was a chicken coop. So we built a wall within the shed. Half of it became the chicken coop, and we bought nesting boxes to go in there. Built a door to go out into the run, and then the front part of it was where we kept their feed and all of our gardening supplies. It worked fantastic.
They had an amazing 30 by 15 foot run with an additional 15 by 7.5 feet on the back. Mm-hmm. They were very happy, which allowed us to continue buying chickens and getting more.
Which made Mama very happy.
Yes. It was always we would go in to get more feed, or we would go in to just see what might be something we might need, and we would come home with more chickens.
Because once you have the setup, it's really easy to just keep adding, because what's one more chicken?
Yeah. And then we realized that we wanted to go beyond chickens. So what we ended up doing was buying an actual chicken coop from an Amish company, because I mean, Amish are notorious for making great things. So we bought a Amish chicken coop, and we moved our chickens into a brand new chicken coop, brand new chicken yard, and we converted the old chicken coop, which was the barn, removed the door and added that into a goat pen. And we went ahead and we started with 2 dwarf Nigerian goats. However, we did learn that 2 is not enough for a herd, and they believed that we were part of their herd. Mm-hmm. So we ended up getting a 3rd weathered male from Jameson
Wood
Woods
Farm.
family.
Jameson Woods Farm.
Jameson Woods Farm.
And you would know them if you're in the Memphis area. They do goat yoga.
Yes, yes. Although the owner of it, he does not do the yoga, just simply because the yoga pants are not flattering. And I don't blame him. But we got the goats, and so why did we get goats? That would be a really good question that we get asked a lot. Why goats?
For milk.
For real.
Real milk.
We needed a source of milk that we could rely on consistently. As of now, we do not have any goat's milk. We do not have any goats that have had babies yet, so we continue to buy our milk from a friend who has a milk cow. And so we still
Part
do
of a
buy
herd share
program. Eventually, we will have our own milk. And from a guy who's really kind of not been on board with goats or goat's milk, after actually having goat's milk from a friend, it is absolutely amazing milk.
It doesn't taste like cow's milk. It's goat's milk. So
it tastes like regular milk to me. It really does.
I think it tastes better than regular milk, like from store-bought milk. I think it tastes better than that.
We enjoy, though, the going to looking, like when we went and got our goats bred, seeing other goats and being parts of other friends, allowing us to be parts of their delivery when they have babies, just to kind of get us prepared. It's really neat when you know your wife can sit there and go, "Babe, look at that goat's teats." I mean, when you come to it and you're milking, I mean, you really are. That's one of the things you look at in an animal.
It's true. I never thought I would say that when I was looking at goats. Yes. Wow, look at the size of those teats.
Yes, that's exactly how I won my wife over.
But before we got goats, after we got chickens, the gardening bug really hit me. And my children. Your kids, you always hear people say that grow food and your kids will eat it. It's like, how do you get them to eat vegetables? Well, grow vegetables. And it's true. The very first time I tried to grow anything, I grew green beans. And I was so great at it that the entire season, I got a handful of green beans. But I cooked them up and I ate them. My kids, who hated green beans beforehand, would never touch them. But they watched them grow and they ate them. And they're like, "Whoa, this is the best ever, Mom. Can we do this again?" And from that moment on, I'm like, okay, we've got to do something. But where we were, we couldn't do anything. So the dreams of having a large garden were always still there. So when we got those tomatoes, we watched them grow. I have pictures of my kids in the tomato garden. It was really just 6 tomato plants, which is fine. It's fine. We had so many tomatoes that year. But it grew, and so visions of more food started coming in our head, and so we made it a goal 5 years ago to essentially every year double our growing space, and we have. So we went from that bed to a 12 by 6 beds.
Correct.
And then we doubled that the following year, and then we doubled that the following year, and now we have all the beds that honestly we can fit in our yard.
Exactly.
To grow in our backyard for food. The grass space we have is intentional. We still have children that are running around. They still have friends that come and play in our yard. And we have the best hide and seek backyard ever. In June. and maybe July when the weeds get out of control. But we have 6 raised beds. We have several other beds that look like landscaping. And if you looked in our backyard, you would think that they're just going to be landscaping beds, like any typical suburban neighborhood. But these beds are intentional in that they look beautiful, but they are going to grow food and beneficial flowers for us and for pollinators.
We have blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, mulberries, strawberries, goatberries, and rabbitberries.
Bunny berries.
Bunny berries. But we don't eat the goat or bunny berries. Those are for the garden.
That's for fertilizer.
Of our trees that we have apples, plums, pears, peaches, nectarine.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Figs. We have figs. And then as far as what we plant in the beds, it changes every year. We're always stretching ourselves to try to figure out what we can grow here. Varieties that grow well in this environment. We are in zone 7, and we are outside of Memphis, Tennessee, and it is very hot and very humid. So we look for things that like that environment. Things that are native to here are the most ideal to grow here. So set yourself up for success if you're going to grow something. Look for what grows well. Look to the old timers that have done it. Listen to their stories. They know what grows here. So everything changes. The beds are all changing as far as the flowers that we plant. Every year it's changing. We are partial to the sunflowers in the yard. It's very pretty.
Why do we do what we do is the biggest question we get. And I was diagnosed with a ulcerative colitis and autoimmune disease, among many other injuries that I've received from the Army. And we quickly realized that diet had a large part to play in my rehabilitation and having a happier and healthier style of life. Eating organically, eating real food, as many of you know, is very expensive. And so we tried to offset those costs by growing as much and raising as much as we could in the backyard to be able to still give us the quality of food, but without the cost.
So people ask a lot, is it cost effective to do this? And 100% yes, it is cost effective if you don't calculate the work. It is a lot of work, but it's fulfilling work. And we kind of need to get past this whole work is bad thing, because not all work is bad. This type of work, there are times that I have cried. I have thrown my shovel down because I don't want to dig anymore. There have been times that I have cut myself. There have been times where animals die, like for no reason at all, and you feel like you've done something wrong. And it's not you. And there are times too where you even question, is it even worth? Yes, I'm saving money. Yes, I'm producing really good food that I pull from my backyard straight to my table. But is it worth it? Emphatically, yes, 100%. It's worth everything. It's worth the hard stuff. It's worth getting up early to go out and check on the chickens, let the animals out, feed them, water them. And it's worth planting the seeds and watching the things grow. It's worth doing it. It's worth going out and pulling weeds, because you're going to pull weeds. It is what it is. And you just do a little bit every day. Don't let it overwhelm you. But it is worth it. It's 100% worth it. So I don't calculate my time and energy into our cost, but it is cost effective for sure. And I think honestly, even if you do calculate your time and energy, we don't have to have a gym membership. That's really good.
What animals do we have here? What all different types of animals do we have here, and what are their purposes?
We have goats for milk, and for fun, honestly. They're actually really fun. They're not very expensive to keep either. We have chickens for eggs, and we have chickens for meat. The meat chickens aren't always on the farm. They're here in the spring and in the fall. We have ducks also. Ducks are for meat and ducks are for eggs. We have turkeys. Sorry, I'm being jerked around.
Why is she showing the camera at me?
Not you. We have turkeys. They're meat turkeys. I really wish that I could keep heritage breed turkeys because turkeys are a lot of fun, but we can't keep them around. They would go into my neighbor's yard.
Yes.
And we also have bunnies, and bunnies are pets here currently. Well, they will be always pets, but they are our girls. It's our girls' project, but the bunnies produce fertilizer for the garden, so that's why I said yes to the bunnies.
We still are just scratching the surface of what we feel we're able to do in this backyard. I was recently asked, why are you doing all of this in your backyard when you have dreams and aspirations of one day having a farm, a big property, lots of space?
So why do it here?
Why
now?
do it here? Why spend the time? Why spend the energy? Why not just wait until you're in your dream house in your dream location? And that's because we are realistic that might never come. As much as we would love to be able to one day have the farm, the dream house, we don't know if that situation will ever arise. So for us now, we're doing what we can with what we can. And that's really our big thing, is just showing you guys that don't be afraid. I mean, jump in both feet first, get started. I mean, all you need is one thing that you have been teetering on the edge of, should I do this or should I not? Do it. Start. And you'll quickly see that, hey, you have a lot more skills and talents, and this is not as hard. This isn't rocket science. This is not as hard as you think it is. And it's fun. It's relaxing. So why did we start a YouTube channel? We started because we have had a lot of people want to approach us and ask us to start one to kind of show what we do, to help explain why we're doing things. We apologize during this. We have goats chewing on us, nibbling on us, very excited that we are here visiting with them right now. But we started because we believe what we're doing should not be that crazy or wild or unique. This is something that so many people we know wish that they could do or want to do. They're just afraid to take that first step into doing it.
So we're hoping to inspire you to do this. Our channel will probably have a lot of entertainment and hopefully a little bit of education, but mostly we hope that we can inspire you.
And Cowboy's really excited that we like to be out here year-round with them. Huh, Cowboy? Getting pushed everywhere.
Okay, so don't wait.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yep.
Do it.
Nervous.
Hi, I'm JT. Hello. I'm still JT. Hi, I'm JT. I once ate 26 tacos at Taco Bell in one sitting.
You were what, like 16?
Yes.
Do you have more? Rattle them off.
Hello. I'm JT. And I have Dutched oven my wife successfully 2 times.
Those aren't stories we should tell.
No.
No.
Hello. I'm JT. And in life, you should always give 100%. Unless you're giving blood.
Get more?
Probably. Hello.
Oops.
We're touching phones. Hello.
Oh, because I'm trying to get the exposure right.
Hello. I'm JT. I like to awkwardly rub pregnant women's bellies.
But what if they're not pregnant? Oh.
It makes it even more awkward. Hello.
Oh, you got more.
I'm JT.